Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm going to be giving my review for a Shudder original that I've already seen once. I can't remember what I gave it originally, but I wanted to give it a rewatch because my opinions and my outlooks on movies have been changing. Now I'm getting really into classic movies. I'm getting into being more like understanding movies better and stuff like that. Obviously, I still watch some of cheesy classic older, cheesy stuff, but uh, wanted to give this a watch since my thoughts on processes with movies have changed. So I rewatched the Shudder original, The Beach House. This stars, Lord, Liana Liberato, Noah LaGrosse, Jack Weber. Uh, Basically, the Earth gets so hot it opens up and releases like this toxic gas type thing, and it starts affecting the population, and basically it's killing off humans to restart the world over.
Spoil that.
And um, when I first watched it, I remember not loving it. Thinking it was very thinking it was very boring. But on a rewatch, I did enjoy it a lot more. Definitely very sci-fi. Performances are really good. The effects are really good. Like I said, though, it is kind of one of those. It has an ending that not a lot of people may like. Honestly, looked it up to make sure I understood the whole movie correctly, which I did. So that was good. I understood it better this time. But this is definitely not one my wife would enjoy. She would definitely not understand what's going on. If I'd had to definitely probably explain it to her. So that usually takes her out of films when I have to explain it to her.
Well, if I can't understand what's going on, how am I gonna like it? And then by the time I watch it, I'll forget by the time I start watching it again.
Sometimes people like it. They have to think about the movie. It makes them more interested in the film.
I want to know exactly what is happening.
I do to an extent. If it keeps me thinking, I don't mind rewatching it later on down the road. I can't rewatch it like instantly, but yeah, I gave this a 4 out of 5. I will be upgrading to the Blu-ray at some point. Really enjoyed this. Been trying to get back into horror because there's just not been a lot of horror I've loved that's come out recently. It's been hit and miss with a lot, mostly miss. And we used to love horror, and we would collect horror like crazy. And
I also gotta think they've also slowed down on what horror movies are putting out now. So it's like,
yeah, a lot of horror now. I mean, there is original stuff, but what gets advertised a lot
is James Wan anymore.
What gets advertised a lot, it seems to be like remakes and reboots and sequels.
Yeah.
And
we don't get anything like new.
Yeah, so I think that's why I'm trying to dive into Shudder. There's a couple I want to give a rewatch to, like Jacob's Wife and stuff that I didn't love. I do want to give a rewatch to that because I would love to be able to build up the horror collection a little bit more than what we have it now, because that was both of our love.
But we don't want to do a bunch of low budget stuff either.
So I don't consider Shudder too low budget. Now, if it was like,
I'm talking about like low Walmart budget stuff. Like,
if it was like, for instance, ITN or
IFC even, or
well, IFC is not that bad. I was thinking more along the lines of like ITN and oh shoot, what just went right out of my head?
Do you have one of those?
ITNs? I want to knock you out. Oh my gosh, what's the movie that's very low budget that you hate Wild Eye. Like
Oh,
Wild
God, I
Eye
hate
titles.
Wild Eye.
You know, definitely not. Don't want to stock up on tons of those, but you know, Shudder, IFC. I like to try to find the winners in there and add them to the collection and try to beef up the horror again, because not a ton, but a little bit, because we've just, I don't know, we've gotten out of horror, and I don't really, I hate that, because that was our first genre that we loved. So
That we both share them for.
yeah. So, but like I said, that's a 4 out of 5. I will be upgrading that eventually to Blu-ray. So that is everything for this review. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified for our videos, and we will see you on the next one.